Well, hello everyone and welcome back. It's another episode of Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis. As always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network, and thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully all my devices are coming in loud and clear. I have had a heck of a morning, you guys. As most of you were aware, as you all were aware, today was back to school day for my kids. So the last couple of days were spending time getting the last few things in order before school. My daughter's been doing a lot of working. And so she had initially told me she wanted to go to Hollister. So we went to Hollister. Tell me this girl didn't come out with $600 in clothes and ask my mom for money. And I'm like, you said we were coming here for a pair of leggings. I'd already purchased a ton of leggings for her, or a ton of clothes. She's already set for back to school, but I bought them like a month ago. So, because it was a month ago, she didn't really remember all the stuff she had. So it happens, you guys. But I will tell you, I did. Mama Shadow, thank you for saying that the pictures were fantastic. I'll show you. We were all very excited this morning. My kids are always, they're subjected to having to, my pictures. You got to take the back to school pictures. You can't go back to school without having the back to school pictures. So we did it. Let me see. Is it adding? Why is it not adding? Add it to the stage. There we are. My cute little babies. They made it. Hold on. Let me share the stream out. So we were posing for pictures. We got pictures. Hello. Welcome in, Bill. Welcome in. So it was fun because I was taking pictures of my son by himself, and then I started taking pictures with my daughter. We were kind of running out of time. We took a little family picture together. Was super happy that we got a couple cute family pictures. Son was smiling. Daughter was looking at the camera. Everything was good. All was right. We go to get in the car, and my car will not start. It will not start for anything. Like completely dead. I'm like looking around. Did I leave like a light on in the car? Did I do something? No. I had to call AAA. They came out and tested my battery. At first I thought, well, maybe there was something wrong with my starter or something. I don't know. You guys know about my car issues this year after my car crash. I ended up buying a car off of my sister, which is now becoming my daughter's car. I'm searching for a new car for myself, but I've been driving this car, making sure it's good for my daughter, and it's been great. Except for this morning, when the battery decided to die on the first day of school. So that's great. I called AAA. They promptly came out, tested the battery, said my battery was blip. Take it in. They actually offered to change it right then and there. I should have just had them change it right then and there. I thought, I was going to save money if I went into town and got it somewhere else. No. I should have just used AAA. Boom. One and done. Instead, I made it harder on myself, and I took it into the shop, and that took a little bit of time. It was fine. But I was not happy. This morning. Luckily, I called my brother, you guys, who was also driving his kids. You guys know my brother has 5 kids. I still think he should have a couple more. My brother has 5 kids, so he was getting his 5 kids all off to school on the first day. He said, "You did the right thing. AAA batteries suck." Oh, well, that's good to know. I did get a warranty on the battery that they put in. So I'm happy because now the car, I was wondering if there was something wrong with the car, and now I'm thinking it was probably just the battery was starting to go bad this whole time. So there's another thing, like where it lands on the positive side, there's like, I don't know. He said I need to replace that part. It doesn't look great, but it still is fine for now. And they said they don't make that part anymore. So I'm like, oh, this is it. the point in time where they decide to stop making parts for the car because they want to force you into something new. And you can't convince me that these newer cars are better, because I just watched a video of someone who was like going to get into his truck and wanted to start up his truck. And you guys know here it's been like it was 111 this last week. So he went to go get in his truck and start his truck, but his truck's little computer boot up system thingy mabobber had to queue, and until the computer for the truck turned on, you had no control of your air. And so he was showing how long the delay was. The car's a 2010. I mean, I paid cash for it, and I've been happy with the car. It's only got 130,000 miles on it. I've probably put 3,000 miles on it at least since I've had it, and not even a year. I don't know. And that's only going around town, because I haven't really been driving it out of town or doing any of that stuff. So I'm trying not to push it too hard, but I've learned the little tricks of the car. I'm excited for my daughter to take it over. I'm not worried about her playing bumper cars in it, which is more or less, I'm like, I know how girls are when they drive. I know how girls are. So she might play a little bit of bumper cars, and I want her to be in something that I don't care if she plays bumper cars in. So That's what it is. That's what it is. But I'm excited. The car is up and running. I know, 2010 and no parts. Doesn't make sense. Isn't that crazy? I know, it's not that old. It's not that old of a car. It's been a great car. It's been a great car. Blocky said they can't drive. No comment. No comment. But anyway, I've been looking at cars for myself, and I thought I found one that I liked, and I messaged the person who had it listed for sale, and they haven't wrote back to me. It's actually listed with a car dealership in Pasadena. So I'm thinking maybe I just need to call the car dealership in Pasadena, and just start to talk to them about it, because I need to figure something out. Like, this car, I've been kind of waiting because, one, my daughter doesn't have her permit yet. And so it's like the car's just going to kind of sit there until she gets her permit and we start driving her car around. And I want her to only drive that car so she knows how all the buttons work. She's comfortable behind the wheel, because that's the other thing. Once they take them to move them to the driver's license, then she's got to pass her behind the wheel. And, look, it's taken her 4 tries to try and pass the permit. So who knows how many times it'll take her for the behind the wheel. I remember the first time I did my behind the wheel, there was like little stuff they got me on. Like, I was going too fast in a residential neighborhood, but it didn't look like a residential neighborhood. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. So, but it's been an interesting morning, to say the least. It's been a very interesting morning, to say the least. My kids made it to school. My daughter was, I think she was 10 minutes late. My son was on time. So, even though all of that happened, I had to call my brother. My brother called his nanny. His nanny ran over. She was able to whisk the kids off to school relatively promptly, so that was good. I wasn't stranded for too long. And I actually like the little AAA app. I was like, the little AAA app was so nice, because it was like I went inside and charged my phone and just like waited for the guy to come and test my battery, get me back on the road. It's good stuff. So you guys, you gotta roll with the punches sometime. And this morning was a morning where I had to roll with the punches. So first day back at school, we are off with a bang, literally. Car would not start this morning. Wah, wah. Peace of my mind said, I practiced driving in a cemetery. That just seems really spooky to me. That seems really spooky. Where I live, there's a lot of area where she can drive where there's not cars around, and I don't have to go to the cemetery, luckily. And our cemetery, I'm not kidding, like, there's one not too far, like, on my side of town. I drive past it all the time. It's always popping. There is always people there. I'm like, I don't know how you could drive around a cemetery, because there's always people at my cemetery. I don't know. Maybe it's just here. What do they say? People are dying to get in. It's terrible. It's stupid. I will say they do, the way that they have the drive in front of the cemetery is people will pull in and out and are constantly like ready to cause an accident too. And I'm like, it just, I don't know. A little bit of road improvement there would do wonders. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You guys, I'm off on a tangent though, and I felt like it. It was a heck of a morning, and I really wasn't ready to get into the Bitcoin charts. I pulled open the Bitcoin charts thinking something good was happening with Bitcoin. Perhaps my bags are finally recovering, but alas, it has not. Well, let's go ahead and get into the crypto charts. All right, you guys, taking a look here at Bitcoin, we have had a dip down. We are below 64,000 and continuing to step down. In fact, looking like we are headed perhaps for another leg down here from 63,000. Are we eyeing the next level of support, which could potentially be 61,000? So here we are on Bitcoin, 63,386. We have had this sharp little sell-off here, but we have started to stabilize, and we can see money flow has been in the green on our market Cipher beeline. Let's go ahead and switch it. I want to switch it to the 1 hour chart and see what our 1 hour is looking like. Oh yeah, it's been mostly red there. Mostly red on our 1 hour chart. But as you can see from this 1 hour chart, we can see a little bit more of how our step downs are looking. And if we take the next step down, ba-boom, ba-boom, we could potentially see ourselves going to 62 and 61 if this downward trend continues. What, 62? 62. Let's see. He says, I love the charts and I have not looked at the charts in about a month. Blocky, our bear, he loves it. He loves it. This is his season. He's just ready for it. Blocky the bear is ready for it. It's actually not down that much on the daily, but let's go ahead and jump over to Ethereum because it is down about $10 on the daily. We were trading at 1880 yesterday, trading at 1870, currently 77. Taking a look at Solana, it is also down, currently trading at 75.79. Let's see, just red here all the way across the board. XRP still managing to stay above 99 cents here. Looks like we had a wick down to 99 and another pop back up. That was probably from yesterday because I'm on the 1 hour chart. I'm on the 1 hour chart. There we go. There we go. Looks a little healthier when you zoom in. Looks a little healthier when you zoom in. All right, guys, taking a look at ADA at 18 cents. Let's see how low have we gone here. Well, I still don't think we'll go as low as 14 cents again on ADA. I'm hoping for it, though. I'm hoping for it. I know we've got some ADA haters in the chat, but I'm hoping to see it. Let's see. I want to take a look at oils. $82. I still feel like some of what's going on is still somewhat geopolitical, and we'll dive into what's going on with clarity and all of the regulations or attempt at regulations that are going on. But taking a look at the top 100 is a little bit greener than yesterday. A little more green than yesterday. But overall, I think we're just following Bitcoin at this point. So, all right, you guys, if you guys are new here, smash a subscribe. Help me get to 1,600. I am getting ever so close. And you guys, I woke up and I looked at my stats this morning. I was so excited because it was like the biggest pop-up I've ever had on my watch time in the last 365 days. So I need to continue on whatever YouTube is doing, whatever is happening with my account. I just need that to keep happening. I just need that to keep happening. YouTube, keep pushing it out. Keep doing that thing. I like that. I like that. We get more people on the channel, more subscribers, the more people that view. I'm like, when I'm seeing what happened. Because before I was always, you'd get my watch hours, and then if I wouldn't live stream, it'd go back to zero. And then I'd live stream, it'd go up, and then I'd hit like a weekend or take a break, and it'd go back to zero. And then I was like, you know what I think I need to do? I need to start like editing these little videos. So then I started editing videos, and all of a sudden my baseline was no longer going to zero. I was like, I would come up, and then on the weekends, if I would take a break, it would still kind of level out. And now all of a sudden I'm at this point where boom, I'm like, go. So Blocky said, I heard if you get monetized, it isn't even worth the money. I actually have a friend named Dano Crypto who is a smaller YouTuber. I think he's under 5,000 subscribers. He showed me what he's earned on some of his videos, and he's doing well. I think it just determines like how many people are watching your stuff, how much content you're putting out there, and then how much you're getting in off of it. So I mean, like I have sponsors here on the channel, which shout out to my sponsors. We've got Personas, we've got Market Cipher. Shout out to both of them. Super happy to have them. So between that and then in addition to whatever YouTube pays. Now YouTube, they have changed the game though. And now they're saying if I'm not monetized, and they're going to add an extra, they're doubling the watch time. So I now have almost 4 months to get monetized. Otherwise, I then have to double. So from the first threshold is 3,000 watch hours, but to be fully monetized is 4,000 watch hours. So I need to get to 4,000. So Poman said, did I miss any sexy time? I don't know how sexy that was. This was a heck of a morning, and it was definitely not sexy. Hot and sweaty in the car, my battery not working. No, it was not. It was not. No sexy time. It was no sexy time. I need a shower, and it's hot and it's humid. There's a storm moving in, and it's hot and humid out. It's yucky. It's yucky. And I had to pay to get my car fixed. I don't like it. So yes, it's a big middle finger to small and new channels. I think ultimately, Black Hat Team, it's going to disincentivize a lot of people from attempting to make a YouTube channel. Like if you already had a YouTube channel, you were already in, congratulations, you made it. But for people, look at how long I've been trying to do this. I mean, most people are not going to invest 5 or 6 years of time into something and not have any sort of like monetization from it. It's just hard. Like, I think from when I opened my X account to getting monetized, it was like almost 3 years. And so for me on YouTube, I was just thinking about this since I first uploaded my first YouTube video to I was editing and just doing that to switching to live streaming. It's been about 3 years of me doing this. So this is now, I've always said that I feel like if I can get monetized on more than one platform, it sort of validates me as a content creator. Because then it's like I'm not just paid by one platform. I have been monetized on multiple platforms. But, I'm starting to think, so in 2027, and after I get monetized on YouTube, my focus will be more on like Instagram, Facebook, and those social media platforms. TikTok is just finicky. I don't know if it's even worth it. And then the other platforms like Kick and Rumble, like I will probably get to those, but I think I'm going to continue to build out on Instagram and Facebook because they're just the biggest social media platforms out there outside of what I'm already currently on. So, but it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And I mean, some people have it easier than others, but you can see the people who are artificially inflating their numbers, because I can go on and I can see people have pushed numbers, but those numbers and how long they're streaming for doesn't match because they're not monetized. They're not monetized, and they're not monetized, and it's because it's fake. So 93 and hot in Missouri. Oh yeah, it's yucky here today. I was joking because a piece of my mind said, oh, it's not the heat so much as the humidity. And I'm like, we don't have humidity here. I'm eating my words today because it is humid today, and I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. So All right, you guys, we do have some breaking news to get into, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Had to see where I wanted to go with this first. And since everyone is talking about this, I think this is probably the best place to start us. So the SEC is poised to roll out a pair of major initiatives in the coming days that could further turbocharge the U.S. crypto industry as a landmark digital asset bill stalls in Congress. So here it says the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission is set to roll this out potentially as early as Friday to create tailored offering regime for certain investment contracts involving crypto assets. The agency is also planning to soon unveil a so-called innovative exemption for digital versions of securities, a move that could reshape the landscape of American stock market and pave the way for 24/7 trading of stock tokens on blockchains. So those details of the exemptions for tokenized stocks could be released as soon as Friday. According to people familiar with the agency's plans, the SEC officials are still working on the proposal, and details could change before it's released. So from there, I did find this little bit from the SEC chairman on digital asset and regulation. Here's the little soundbite from him on Fox Business.
I have confidence that Congress will adopt the Clarity Act and that the president will be able to sign it, and that'll give us a statutory basis upon which we can operate and then again allow the marketplace to innovate and do that here onshore, as the president has basically challenged us to do. We've chased a lot of these products offshore for people to try to innovate, but we need to do it in America under American law so that investors have the confidence and the protections of that.
Yeah, we're in a race with China and other nations.
Okay, so there's nothing else really exciting going on there. But what I don't like about it is the Clarity Act is there. It has made its way. It's currently sitting with Senate. They can't come to an agreement on it, a bipartisan agreement. They have had 380 days, over a year, to come up with terms that everyone agrees on. And yet here we are, whether we like it or not, they're pushing forward with regulation in the way that suits them best. You know, if we wanted the crypto industry on our terms, we wouldn't have had innovation pushed abroad many years ago. And then here we are now, the Clarity Act is up for vote, and whether our elected officials pass this or not, they're going to force it down our throats by the way of the SEC coming out with guidelines. There is no proper checks and balances. No one is actually like, where are they coming up with the terms of this? And really, is it for just so that people can have 24 access to stock trading? Is there going to be anything in there on stablecoin yield? Because that's been another sticking point. Or are they just going to ignore the parts that we want, which is staking and stablecoin yield, or just for the fact that they can take the parts that they want for themselves, which is to tokenize the stock market? I don't like it because it totally does away with due process. Like, due process is now completely irrelevant because they're just going to appoint someone to a committee, and that appointed person is then going to write the laws. I remember when I got mad at the my HOA, and why I was so mad because everyone in the HOA had to be elected, but the Architectural Review Committee was just appointed, and there was no process of the Architectural Review Committee being overturned or up for a new vote or anything like that. The ARC Committee was just always the ARC Committee. And that's kind of how this is. Oh, well, we've appointed someone to the SEC, and this person who's been appointed to the SEC is now going to draft the regulation. What? It's so backwards what's going on right now, and I don't like any of it. I don't like any of it. So I've said my piece on it. All right. So we talked about this article yesterday, and it's a good day to talk about it again. And no, it's not the Clarity Act. Let's go. All right. FlightAware drops Kalshi lawsuit one day after its filing. Kind of strange if you ask me. Following the initial lawsuit, at least one of Kalshi's event contracts was changed to list Primary Source Agency as the entity behind verifying flight cancellation data. So, just a day after real-time flight tracking website FlightAware filed a lawsuit against prediction market platform Kalshi over its use of its name and data, the company gave notice of a voluntary dismissal of the case. In a Tuesday filing with the U.S. Supreme Court of New York, attorneys for FlightAware said that they had voluntarily dismissed the case against Kalshi. The flight tracking company had filed a lawsuit a day earlier claiming that Kalshi had used its data and name to run gambling markets and flight cancellations. While the immediate turnaround could suggest a closed-door settlement, neither company had publicly commented on the case as of Wednesday. On Tuesday, the judge ordered Kalshi to show cause why the court should not issue a temporary restraining order over FlightAware's trademark and data. Notably, at least one event contract showed that Kalshi had changed its language from FlightAware to Primary Source Agency. So they removed the name altogether, which was a trademark infringement, if you ask me. As the agency responsible for verifying the data related to the outcome of flight cancellations, including that the trade did not indicate an endorsement of the product or an affiliation. So between FlightAware and Kalshi. So there you have it, you guys. Now, like I was saying yesterday, I feel like if Kalshi ends up in too many lawsuits, they're going to get buried under attorney fees, litigation, all of that, and it could really ruin a company before they even really get a chance to get off the ground. I'm not saying that Kalshi is not off of the ground, but they're still a relatively new company. They're still in its infancy, and for them to continue, they can't continue to be buried under all of these lawsuits. This is just one that we're seeing that's been settled. I have not seen a lot of others, and including the ones coming out of Nevada in the gaming industry. I doubt that they're likely to settle on anything anytime soon. All right, let's move on. Bank of England tests stablecoin and digital pound for interoperability in cross-border payments. So the digital pound lab is testing cross-border trade finance flow combining stablecoin payments with simulated digital pound settlements. The Bank of England's digital pound lab is testing whether stablecoins and a potential digital British pound can operate within the same cross-border payment flow as part of an experiment focused on trade finance. I just wanted to miss our friend Brian today, our British friend Brian. Maybe when the bull market comes back, Brian will return. The experiment involves Nobo Finance. I think that's how you say that. Nobo Finance. Dun & Bradstreet and Polygon Labs, with an exporter receiving an advance via stablecoin rail while UK importer completes settlement using simulated digital pounds, according to a Wednesday announcement from the three companies. The project also includes a separate work stream aimed at creating reusable credit profiles for small businesses by combining transaction data, open finance information, and Dun & Bradstreet's commercial risk data, while Polygon providing smart contract infrastructure. The test is aimed at reducing settlement delays and financing constraints for small and medium-sized businesses engaging in cross-border trade. Exporters can wait days to receive payment after shipping goods, tying up working capital and making access to trade finance particularly important for smaller firms. If you guys have worked peer-to-peer, you understand how important it is and how nice it is to be able to send money so quickly anywhere in the world. Hello, Chipper. Welcome in. Welcome in. it's one of those things where I think it's a great thing for businesses to be able to have this. So UK pushes ahead with stablecoin and tokenization framework. The digital pound lab experiment comes as UK regulators develop rules for stablecoins while preparing the country's financial infrastructure for a broader shift towards tokenized assets. In June, the Bank of England published draft rules for the stablecoins, considering systematic to the UK financial system. So the proposal allows users to hold as much as 70% of their reserves in interest-bearing government debt that introduces a temporary £40 billion issuance cap for each systematic stablecoin. So I would love to see us have stablecoin yield and it not get thrown out the window, and them not to just chop up and slice and dice the Clarity Act, take the parts they want, leave the parts they don't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. Bitwise cuts 14% of staff while still expecting growth. Crypto companies from including Coinbase, BitGo, Robinhood, Polygon, and Pump Fund have announced workforce reductions this year, citing a variety of reasons, including shifting to AI and market forces. So it's been rough out there. The crypto market has been brutal. It's been a brutal bear market. People that were in the bull market, some people did good, some people not. It wasn't a normal bull market. People that were heavy in alt did not have the best bull market. And so if you didn't have a very good bull market, then your bear market's probably been a little rough too. So, but the good thing is we're nearing the bottom. So Bitwise had cut 14% of its staff in a move to reduce workers at the San Francisco headquarter company from 180 to 155 people. A Bitwise spokesperson confirmed to Cointelegraph on Wednesday that it had laid off about 25 people amid a crypto market downturn. The company is the latest in the crypto industry to announce staffing cuts in 2026, similar moves by Robinhood, Polygon, Pump Fund, and others. So I think it's funny people like Pump Fund were laying people off while paying I think it was their on-staff attorney, $400,000 per year. Bloomberg earlier reported that Bitwise chief executive Hunter Horsley said that the company still expects growth as crypto further integrates into the global economy. The company acquired Chorus One in February, a move that expected to expand into staking services. The reason behind the digital asset industry job cuts this year have varied. BitGo co-founder and CEO announced a one-time action in June as the company cut 15% of staff to focus on AI and stablecoins. Also citing an AI strategy shift in May, Coinbase said it planned to reduce 14% of its workforce. Since January, shares of Bitwise 10 crypto index fund have fallen by more than 30%. The fund tracks the 10 largest cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. So, and there you have it, guys. That is it. I pulled up all of these articles and everything to go over, and I thought it's going to take me at least 45 minutes to go through all of this. And it did not. It took me a half an hour, not even a half an hour. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a quick break from our sponsors over at Personas.
Social media taught us how to post, scroll, and react, but not always how to truly remember. Our most meaningful memories are everywhere, hidden in camera rolls, old messages, voice notes, and forgotten folders. Personas brings those memories together, creating a living memory profile you can keep adding to as life goes on. Photos, voice clips, videos, and personal stories become the foundation of a Personas, built from real memories. The people who know you best can add the moments only they remember. Stories, photos, voice notes, and milestones. With memory requests, nothing is added without approval. Every story is reviewed, accepted, and preserved with care. Personas is different by design, not built for attention, but built for meaning, connection, and legacy. It is not about replacing someone. It is about preserving the voice, wisdom, and love they chose to leave behind. A personas can grow through every chapter, from childhood to family to future generations, still adding to the story. This is Personas, a new way to share who we are, remember who we love, and keep stories connected. Personas, built for memories, designed for connections.
All right, you were asking about playing with my personas. I pulled it up for you guys. I pulled it up. We're gonna add it. I don't know if we'll play with my personas right now, but here it is. This is the Personas website. You can go and click around here and see the vision. Well, let's see the vision, how it works. I don't know why it's so zoomed in. Can I zoom out? There we go. I was super zoomed in. So the memory galaxy is arguably my favorite feature. If you want to begin your legacy, you can register your email. Let's see, your own data. Yeah. So here you can go on, put your name, your email, and inquire. We will have early access open soon. Let's see. I was like, wait, there's the team.
The best thing about Persona.
There's Zach.
It lets people connect through stories and memories.
This is really crazy because Zach's voice is like
It's all
so
about preserving what
perfect.
What do you think? The best thing about Personas.
It makes me realize that my voice needs to be dialed in a little more.
Curious age.
Benjamin
I am
Franklin's
Benjamin
voice
Franklin,
cracks me up,
printer,
though.
philosopher, inventor.
My friend, just spread.
Anyway, so it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys, because this is a different way to reimagine social media. So Personas is super fun. If you guys are interested in joining me on there, I will definitely get on and we will play with my personas. I'll even let you guys see how it's working with me, like recording my voice and tweaking it and trying to get it dialed in. That way you guys can see how it's working for me. That way you guys know. But anyway, I'm super excited for all the things that they are building over there at Persona. So shout out to the sponsor on today's show. So you guys, that is the show for today. It's a busy day for me. I had a lot going on. I would run a longer show, but I can't. My day was nutso. So anyway, who's ignoring your chats, Po Man? Who is ignoring you? Now don't call me out right at the end of the show. I'll go back and read all of it. I'm hot though, you guys. I gotta end this show. I love you guys. I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time. If you guys are new here, smash the subscribe because I go live every day at 1 o'clock breaking down crypto, talking about the charts, and seeing which way we're gonna head next. But right now, I gotta go pick up my kids and find out how their first day of school went. Thank you all for tuning in. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.